Disclosure is a very, very important component in this parenthood. The relationship with the child that is going to determine the trust that the child is going to have with the parents while this bonding takes place. For the prospective parents, yes, there will be this dilemma to tell or not tell. Who should tell? When should it be told? This is a question that is constantly asked. In fact, when I ask the parents, when do you think the child needs to be informed, they'll say when the child turns 25. Because in their head, they think the child will be matured by then. But I know a lot of people, 78, still not immature. So, how do we determine the maturity of the child, So then how to tell? So these very important factors, in my practice, scientific evidences have proven to inform the child from day one. Age appropriate, as Gayatri said, age appropriate storytelling. Like as you all know, in India it is still closed adoption, so the history is not going to be how the child came into this world is not going to be told by the agency when the child is given to the agency, placed in the agency. So what I tell parents is in story form, in story forms you can tell, like what I told my child from the 3 months on itself, when I'm putting her to sleep or when I'm telling her stories, it will always be one big bird came with a big muttai and dropped right on my lap. And at that age, she said, so I didn't grow in your tummy? She'll ask. I said, look at you, how fat you are. Do you think I can hold you in my tummy? This is age-appropriate communication, but the fact that you were not born in my tummy. So that gets kind of in the child's head. So when her friend's mom got pregnant, so she came back and said, Mom, Carolyn's mom has big toppe, there is a baby in there. Was I there? They will repeatedly asking that question because for them it is a new concept. Isn't it? So we need to have patience, tolerance to reinstate, yes. But look at Carolyn, she's petite and she's small. So her mommy probably thinks that sister or brother will also be small. That's why she's able to hold it. I wish I could hold you in my tummy. Do you want to now get into my tummy? Make some humor out of it, but then make it real and genuine for them, how much you would want them to be yours. And the thing is, it is interesting, in my case, my husband conveniently left the job to me because I'm a psychologist. So you tell. So for me, it is storytelling from get-go. But as she was aging, she realized that from the beginning, it was like Toppayamma. How many of you understand Tamil? All of you understand? So Toppayamma, Amma. So there is Toppayamma and Amma. That is how we... So when she does mischief, she will say, oh, see, you're telling me not to watch TV or you're forcing me to do homework. If it was my Toppayamma, she wouldn't let me do it. And he said, what makes you think that? Probably she'll cut you into two and put on either side of the door. At least I'm not hitting you, So it's like, tell the child, that other side of the grass is always green. But in the way manner the child could understand. Okay, so they do test your patience every now and then when they want to get their way. So you need to age appropriate, maturity appropriate is important. Disclosure again. It is a very sensitive topic. In my professional experience, I strongly believe informing the child from day one is the way to go, because trust is an important factor that we need to establish with the child. If the child is going to hear from the neighbor or one atta party who is a gossip monger, that is going to create rift in the family. So definitely it has to be said age appropriate. Now, it is our job is not going to be over once you reveal. That is the beginning. because at different age, different stage, different emotions, the child is going to repeatedly ask this question, why was I sent away? Now, when that question is asked, we are dealing with a very, very sensitive question, because is the child feeling abandoned? Did the child felt abandoned when the child was placed in the adoption? So I prepared the parents what type of questions the child asks. I kind of navigate and guide them on how to go about responding to them. And that is why pre-adoption, during adoption, post-adoption counseling is necessary.